So first we're going to start with the setup. In the box you'll find the game board. It is marked with all these various locations on the board. Now to set it up, we are going to start by taking the bandit deck, which is going to consist of all of the bandit cards. You're going to place one curse card per player inside that bandit deck. You are going to place all of the It's a Trap cards in the bandit deck. And you will take, there are 15 event cards. You are going to take 6 at random and also place those in the bandit deck. You will shuffle all of this together and then you will place in the assigned bandit deck spot. Then you will take the 10 villains, you will shuffle them up and draw 5 villains. You will place the villains on the villain deck spot and flip over the top card, and that will be the first villain you face in your game. In this case, we will be facing Medusa first. Then you will take all of the wound cards and place them in the wound deck spot, as well as all of the curse cards and place them in the curse deck spot. Then we're going to move on to the main side. So we will take all of the dodge cards, place them in the dodge deck spot. We will take all of the purse cards, place them in the purse deck spot. We will take all of the attack cards and place them in the attack card spot. Then for our main hero deck, we're going to take all of the weapons cards. We're going to take all of the item cards. We are going to place all of the potions cards, as well as all of the ally cards. Then you will shuffle them all up and place them face down on the main hero deck. Now each player will pick one of the 6 characters. You can do this by doing random, or you can just choose which one's your favorite character. In this case, we'll pick the farmer, and that is the character we'll start with. Now each hero is dealt 7 gold cards, and 3 wound cards, and that'll be the starting hand for every single player. Every player is going to start with the same exact hand, and you will shuffle that up, and at the beginning of each turn you will draw 5 cards, and those cards will be your starting hand. And you will have a deck consisting of 5 cards and a discard pile next to that deck. So that is the basic setup. Now let's move on to turn orders. So at the start of your turn, before you start to play, everyone's got their characters, everyone's got their cards dealt out, their starting hand. Now we look at the battleground. This is called the battleground. We have the village, the marketplace, the hilltop, the outskirts, the stables, and the fields. Now before play, you're going to flip a card from the main hero deck and place it in each of the 6 battlegrounds. Since I didn't shuffle, there's a lot of the same items. Now, the battlegrounds is where you're going to have a chance to buy new weapons, new potions, collect items. Each card has a numerical value down here that represents how much gold it costs to buy it. Now, as well as being able to buy cards from the battleground, we also have the cards over here that are for purchase at any time. So anytime you want to purchase attack, anytime you want to purchase gold or a dodge card, they're available to purchase at any time. Now, anytime you purchase a card from the battleground, it automatically gets replaced by another card. So you don't have to wait till your turn is over. You can automatically fill that space after you've purchased the card. Now, at the start of each player's turn, except the first turn rule, which you'll see in the rule book, the very first turn, you won't need to flip over a bandit card. But at the start of every turn, you will normally flip over a bandit card. And you'll see that this is a bandit. So now you have the option to either fight the bandit, or you can purchase something. Or you can do both, depending on what is in your hand. So at the start of your turn, you flip over a bandit card, and then you move on to playing your hand. So, say I had a hand of 4 gold and 1 wound. Now, something that I need to mention about the wounds, they have no benefits. Basically, they just take up space in your hand. You start the game hurt, and you're trying to strengthen yourself and purchase new items and get stronger as you go. But at the start, you do start with the wounds, and all they do is take up space in your hand, so all you can really do is discard them. So say in my turn, I had 4 gold. I can look at the battleground for something to purchase, or I can purchase something over here. And this turn, instead of buying one of these weapons, I'm just going to go ahead and buy straight attack. So I would buy this attack card, and it would go straight into my discard pile. And then, since I'm done spending my gold, that goes straight into my discard pile, and then I would draw 5 new cards from my deck. And that's it, and my turn is over. So that's the basic simplicity of your turn, is you flip over the bandit card, you play your hand, and then you discard. Now, let's talk about combat. Let's talk about battle, because we want to fight bandits, obviously, and we want to fight these villains. Because the way that you win this game is if you defeat the stack of 5 villains, you win. So simple as that. You want to be able to fight. Now, the way that you lose this game is if all 6 of your battlegrounds get destroyed or you fail 5 events, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But first, let's talk about combat. So there are 2 different types of combat. There's combat against bandits. Now, bandits, down here on the lower left-hand side, you'll see combat is represented by an axe. It is a red axe. And if you look at the numerical value where the axe is, that's how much combat attack power you need to have in your hand to fight. So in this case, this bandit says I need 6 attack in my hand to fight it. So in my starting hand, say I had some attack points or maybe some weapons that I purchased that give me attack points, like these all here give me a couple attack points. So say I had the 6 attack points in my hand, I could spend those attack points, meaning put them in my discard pile, and say I'm going to attack this bandit. Then the next thing you do, so say you have enough attack power, you don't just automatically win. You actually have to fight for it. So you look at the number that you need to fight, which is 6, and then to the right of that, in the black circle symbol, that's called the hit or miss roll. It tells you what number you need to roll or higher to be successful, and it's represented by 1 die symbol right there. So this says you need to roll a 3 or greater on 1 die to be successful. So I would spend my 6 attack points, I would take 1 die, and I would roll it. And if I were to roll a 3 or greater, I win, and that bandit is mine. But since I rolled a 2, I failed. And nothing happens, but the bandit stays there, and it mocks me. Now, on each bandit card, there is a win, which tells me something good if I win. Like in this case, it says I could destroy a wound from my hand or any hero. And if I fail, this one says that hero on the right takes the top card of my deck. So bad things happen when you fail and good things happen when you're successful. So that's how you fight a bandit. Pretty simple, right? Have enough attack power, and then roll the 1 die hit or miss to see if you're successful. And don't roll 1s, that's bad. Now let's move on to villains. When you're fighting a villain, it's just a little bit different. They still have the attack value at the bottom left hand of the card, and in this case Medusa says it takes 23 attack to fight Medusa and be successful at winning. So, now the thing about this game is you're never going to have 23 attack in your hand. That's a pretty large number, with only being able to hold 5 cards in your hand. So the way you're going to actually attack Medusa or any of these villains is you collect as much attack in your hand as you can. So say you had several of these attack cards, several of these weapons in your hand, and say you got 10 attack cards in your hand. So you said, okay, I have 10 attack, and I'm going to go for Medusa, who is 23 attack. You take your 10 attack, and her number, there's 3 dice represented above her number, which means you can add 3 dice to your attack roll. So say you had 10, you can roll 3 dice, and you add that number to your hand. So I rolled a 15, so that gives me 25. So that means I would be successful because she is 23 and I needed to roll a 23 or greater and I rolled a 25, so I win. Now I get to gain the benefits of the win and not have to suffer anything of the fail. So that's good, and that's what combat looks like. Now let's talk about something else that's unique to this game, in the fact that it's called dodging. So we have dodge cards that you can purchase at any time. Now dodge cards, whenever you purchase these, they actually stay out in front of you at all times. They don't go into your discard pile. Same thing with potions in this game. So dodge and potions cards, they actually stay out in front of you, and you don't have to put them in your discard pile to wait for them to get shuffled back in. So dodge cards are really cool in the sense that sometimes when you are fighting, like say we fought Medusa, when you fail the fight to fight a villain, they actually attack you back. So if I were to fight Medusa and I didn't make my 23, she would attack me back. And what I would have to do is dodge out of the way to avoid her attack. Now this card, dodge, is represented by the shield symbol. And this one says I would need to roll a dodge of 10 or greater. Now dodge is represented on the card by 2 dice symbol. So what I would do is if I failed my attack and I had to dodge out of the way of Medusa, I would take 2 dice and roll the number that it states on the card. And in this case, 10. So I'll roll my 2 dice, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I was 1 short. But if I had these purchased, then I could take this from my hand, from in front of me, and spend it to add to that number. So I had 6, 7, 8, 9, and if I would have spent my dodge card, I would be at 10, and I successfully dodged out of the way. But if you don't successfully dodge, you suffer the bad thing on the Medusa card or any of the villains cards. So that's what dodge looks like. Now let's talk about something else in the game. Sometimes in the bandit deck, at the start of the video I told you what you need to put in here. You need to put traps, events, curse cards. So let's talk about traps for a moment. Sometimes when you're flipping over your bandit deck, it's not just a bandit. Sometimes you might get a trap. And it says right on there, it's a trap. So in this case, this trap says destroy 1 battleground. Oof, that's not good. So if we were to destroy a battleground, this is what destroying a battleground would look like. You as the player who has to destroy the battleground, you would choose which of these 6 that you want to destroy. So let's say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and destroy this one. You flip that card over, and that card represents destroyed battleground, and it stays that way until you either can get a potion that'll let you restore it, or if you can defeat a villain that lets you restore it as the win scenario. So that's what destroying a battleground looks like, and that's what a trap looks like. Traps are hidden within the bandit deck. They're shuffled in there so you never know when you're going to draw that. Now let's talk about events. Sometimes you may flip over an event. When an event occurs, you must stop what you're doing and everyone will have to accomplish the event. Sometimes it says only 1 player, but most of the time everyone's going to have to work together to successfully complete an event. In this case, this event says dodge, dodge, dodge. You are overwhelmed in battle. Dodge out of the way. Each hero must immediately make a dodge roll of 9 or greater. And it says that at least 1 hero must make a successful dodge roll to win the event. So in this case, only one of the players, you go in order, only one of the players has to successfully make that dodge roll in order to win the event. Now, if you win the event, the card goes back underneath the bandit deck to where it could get reshuffled back in. But if you fail the event, it stays right here out in front of you and it taunts you. If you fail 5 events, you lose the game. So you don't want to fail these events, but when you do win them, they do get shuffled back in, so you never know when they might appear again. So I mentioned that failing 5 events, you can lose the game. So let's talk about losing the game by getting your battlegrounds destroyed. If all 6 of these battlegrounds are destroyed, you lose the game. Now the way that battlegrounds get destroyed, besides the trap card that we saw earlier, it can look like this. There are 6 bandit card spaces. Now as you're going along in the game at the start of your turn and you're flipping over bandit cards, and bandits keep popping up, and you just haven't been able to fight them, and they just keep coming, you keep rolling bad dice, and you just can't seem to win. When they fill all 6 spots up, and you flip over another bandit card, and there's no open space for you to put him, that means you and your group have become overwhelmed, and these bandits run away. They get placed back under the bandit deck, and the one you drew gets placed in this first spot. And now you have to pick which one to destroy. So say we'll destroy this one, and then those bandits run off with all of this loot. So they have taken all these cards. These will get placed back under here of the main hero deck and replaced with brand new cards. So now we're a battleground short, and we only have 5 left to choose from. So we just hope that doesn't happen again, where the more bandits we keep flipping over, they keep filling up the spaces. So it's a good idea to remember to keep fighting bandits, because the more they fill up, the more your battlegrounds will be destroyed. So once again, you can lose by getting all 6 of your battlegrounds destroyed or failing 5 events, and that's not good. So something I didn't mention earlier, but let's go ahead and talk about that, is your character cards. Each character is going to have their own stats on the side here that you can use at any time during your turn. So the farmer here, he starts with 0 attack points, but he does automatically start with 2 dodge points, and he starts with 1 extra gold. So something really cool about your characters is they each have their own special ability. Like the farmer, he can decrease the attack of the villain in play by spending 1 gold to drop it 1 attack point, and up to 3 attack points. The farmer can do that. And so they each have their own special abilities, and they each have their own stats that they can spend each turn. So if you spend these stat points, and at the end of your turn, they basically refresh themselves. And then at the start of your next turn, you can use your ability again, and you can use your stat points again. Now something cool about this game is there is an option to level up your character. As you go along in the game, sometimes you can defeat a bandit or a villain, and it allows you to level up. Now when you level up, you take one of these tokens that come with the game, and you will place it on top of your hero. And that represents a level. So now all of his stats will increase by 1. So his attack that was 0 is now 1. His dodge that was 2 is now 3. His gold that was 1 is now 2. Now another way that you can level up in this game is if you have 5 bandits that are in your victory pile. Your victory pile is a separate pile that you put all of your bandits and villains that you have defeated. You can send back 5 of your bandits from your victory pile, place them back under the bandit deck in exchange for a level. So that's just another cool thing about this game, is you can level up your character and grow stronger, and that's how you level up. Now let's talk about some additional rules in this game. The curse cards, when you get a curse card, sometimes you'll get it from the bandit deck. There might be one hidden in there, or sometimes a bandit you fight, if you fail, you'll get cursed. Basically what you do with a curse card is when you receive a curse card, it makes you -1 attack and -1 dodge. You will take that curse card and you will place it under your hero just like that, so you will always know that you are -1 attack and -1 dodge. So if your character is at 0 attack to start with, and you have no attack in your hand, yes, you will be -1 attack, and you will have to build up from there. Now the way to get rid of curses is by anytime you defeat a villain, it automatically gets rid of any curses that are on the table from any character. Those curses will go back to the curse pile, and then it starts afresh after you defeat that villain, and it's gone, and when a new villain comes up, basically all the curses are reset. So that's kind of a cool thing as an incentive to defeat a villain. Now sometimes there are potions that are in the hero deck that'll get placed out on the battleground that you can buy that'll allow you to remove a curse. And if you can remove a curse, that just gets put back into the curse pile. So that's basically defend the village. Just to reiterate, it's going to be at the start of your turn, you will draw one card from the bandit deck, flip that over into the bandit card spot. You will play your cards from your hand, which is either you can spend gold to buy things, you can fight, or both if you have enough in your hand. And the way that you win the game is to defeat all 5 villains from this stack, and you will come out victorious. To lose the game, if you fail 5 events, you lose, and if all of your battlegrounds are destroyed, you lose. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this run-through of Defend the Village, a cooperative deck builder from Vortex Games and Publishing. Let us know in the comments what you thought, and as always, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Vortex Game Co. and check us out at www.vortexgameco.com. And until then, you guys keep playing more games.